Welcome to Social Studies Samurai. In this video, we'll show you a really simple graphic design tool called Google Drawings. We'll show you how to use drawings to create digital graphic organizer worksheets, how to create really good-looking classroom posters and inspirational quotes, as well as how to create designs for your website or your blog. We'll show you a whole bunch of different examples and where to download the templates at socialstudiessamurai.com. So let's get started. We'll begin by showing you a whole range of ways you can use Google Drawings in your classroom, and we'll remind you that if you use Google Classroom, you can create individual worksheets for your students for classroom activities, and we'll show you where to download copies from socialstudiessamurai.com. Venn diagrams, and we'll show you how to get the color contrast. Placemat activities, or the Frayer model, where students can work together to complete one mat at the table and then teach each other in a jigsaw activity. Anticipation guides, where students give their thinking about these statements before reading and then give their thoughts after reading. A diagram, and we'll show you how to create nodes and the connectors. Concept mapping to build content knowledge. Vocabulary clusters to build language and vocabulary skills. Summarizing and paraphrasing, where students take the same article and they summarize and they paraphrase and learn the difference by doing. Finding the most important information or ideas from a reading or from a video, and then giving the key points at the bottom in a summary. KWL-H chart, where students say what they think they know, what they want to learn, and importantly, how they'll learn. Sequence flowcharts. Brainstorming. Mind mapping. Hexagonal thinking, where students do a reading or watch a video and then make the connections of the key ideas with something from that resource. A reading comparison table, where they take two readings and find the similarities and differences. Political cartoon source analysis, where the teacher highlights things to focus on, students discuss and or take notes, and when they finish, they drag the box up and then see the key ideas. Labeling, where students do a video or a reading and then they label the drawing. Another labeling activity where the reading is there for them. Mini research, where the teacher gives the things to research and students find the key ideas. Planning an historical fiction story. Planning a podcast or an interview. Using an image with embedded links where students can work on a jigsaw. Each student is assigned one of the numbers, and then after they learn, they go back and teach their group. Public service announcement, protest posters, any kind of poster. Inspirational quotes posters for your classroom walls. Infographics. Biography profiles. And even timelines. We will show you how to make these very easily in the next segment. The first thing you want to do is set up your page size, and do that by going to the little triangle down in the bottom right and dragging it to the size that you want, or go up to File, choose Page Setup, and choose the standards they've set or do a custom size. Now I want to set up my framing. So I'm going to start with a title. So I'll click Insert, go down to Word Art, type my title, and hit Enter. Then I can go up to my paint bucket and I can change the fill color. If I want, I can change the line color. I can change the font. I can make things bold or italicized. If I want, I can actually add a link to it. I'm going to click it and drag it, and notice my alignment's done for me, and I can resize it if I would like anyway. I'm not a fan of word art. I prefer to go to the text box icon, click on that, and with my plus sign, I can just click and drag and create a text box, and then I'm going to add my title, my instructions, and then I can do whatever formatting that I want. Now you might want to add some workspace. That could be a text box or it could be a shape. I'm going to use a shape, so I'll go up to my shape icon. I'm going to choose shape and I'm going to go with a square. And I'm going to click and drag that, and maybe that's good enough. It automatically gives me my color and it gives me a border as well. If I double click, I can type my text in there. I don't want my text in the middle, so I'm going to go up to my Alignment Tools, and I'm going to choose Justifying to the top, and I'm going to keep it to the right. And then students can modify that, or you can. Let's say you want to change the borders. Go right up here to your border weight icon, tap on that, and maybe I want that to be aligned with my title. I'm going to change the border weight there as well, and notice my alignment is off, so I'm going to click and drag, and there I go. So now I want to set an image. All I have to do is go up to Insert Image with the image icon or the Insert tab. I could upload or find images from other sources. In this case, I'm going to search the web. And with the options, I'm going to choose the one I like the best. I'll choose this one, click Insert, and now I have my image. I'm going to give that a border as well. And now I'm going to work on my alignment a little bit. That looks pretty good, but it's a little bit too big here. So I'm going to double click and I'm going to crop it a little bit. Crop here, here, and here, because I didn't really like that border. I'm going to pull it over, click enter, and now I'm going to drag it and align it to the proper space. And now I'm going to click the top left corner and drag it up. And maybe now I'll drag this workspace over a little bit more. And so now I have my image, I've got my title, and I've got workspace for students, and everything is nicely aligned. So now I want to change my formatting to make this look a little bit more appealing. I'm going to tap on my first shape and then my second shape while holding Shift, go up to my paint bucket, and I'm going to change the background. Maybe I want to give a little drop shadow or a little more formatting, so I'm going to tap on the top box, go up to my three dots at the top, I'm going to choose Format Options, and then I'm going to choose maybe Drop Shadow. And I'm going to change the radius and the distance, play around with it a little bit, gives a little more pop to your image. You can put reflections, you can change size, rotation, things like that. Rotation's kind of fun for images and things. Now I want to put a background in because I don't want these little checkerboard gray and white boxes here. So I'm going to go to Shape, I'm going to choose a square. I recommend you do this last. Click and drag over the whole image and then get your alignment so it's right there in the middle by clicking and dragging. And then I'm going to go up and I'm going to make my background solid white. I'm going to change the border color to transparent because I don't want to see it. And then I'm going to go to Arrange, Order, Send to Back. And now I have a background that doesn't have those little check marks or check boxes. I can always change the color if I want to make it a little jazzier. If you want to insert a timeline or a diagram or a process, simply go up to Insert, click that, click Diagram, and then you have options on the right. You choose the option you want, but also click on the arrow to the bottom right. Then you can change the number of levels, you can change the color, tap on the one you want, click Edit, and now you have your diagram. You can modify this if you want. Click and drag over the whole diagram. Then you can go up, you can change the weight and the color of your different connectors, and you can also get the alignment figured out by just clicking and dragging, making it a little bit bigger. If you mouse over where you have your 4 arrows, then you can drag the whole thing into alignment. Tap out, and then you can click on each specific node and start changing the colors to that. And if you tap inside, then you can change the text and the text color as you wish. If I want to create my own custom diagram, I simply set up my workspace with my nodes, and then I go up here to my line icon, tap, I'm going to choose elbow connector, and when I mouse over, I get a little purple button or a little purple circle, tap on that, and then I go down to my blue one here, and I'm going to drag it to the space where I want it to connect. We're not finished. I like to change my border weight, and then go back up to that first connector, and now I've got a very nice elbow connector here. After dragging that down a little bit, I'm going to copy it and paste it. Then I'm going to go to Format Options. Then I'm going to choose Size and Rotation and Flip. And then what I'm going to do is drag this one over here, and now I have a perfectly aligned elbow connector. Go up, choose line, and then I'm going to get this last one. I like to change my weight so I don't forget each time I do it. Click and drag onto the purple, and now I've got my other connector. Not perfect, so you want to play around with that. If you want to make a Venn diagram, set up your workspace and get your first circle made. Tap on the circle, and then go up to the 3 dots, More, Format Options, and then Size and Rotation, and then change the size to make it a perfect circle. I'm going to go with 6 for the width and the height. Close that up, and now I'm going to copy and paste. And I take my second circle and I'm going to drag it over. Make sure my alignment's good. I'm going to change the color with the fill color paint bucket, and then I'm going to go back up again, and I'm going to tap the fill color and then go down to where it says custom. I tap on that, I drag it down, click OK, and now I've got 3 distinct colors for my Venn diagram. All I have to do now is create a text box for each part, and I'm going to highlight it all, copy, paste, drag it over, make sure my alignment's okay, and do the same thing for the middle, and then maybe add a title, and of course, add my text. I'd add a background here, and I've got my Venn diagram. Now, sometimes I recommend you insert a table. So quickly go to Insert, choose Table, and then choose how you want your table to look. So I've got 3 spaces. Notice this is all highlighted now. So right now I'm going to give my borders, going to change the border color. Then I'm going to drag this into place where I think it's going to fit. Click and drag over. And if I pull this down here, you'll notice that it's going to be evenly distributed. Now I could change that just by simply going up here and then putting my title, 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 and if I want, I can change just the fill colors by highlighting and going into my fill box there, and then I can put my other text in here. And if I just kind of keep entering, now I've got a bigger workspace right here for my students to use. And you can format the text in any way you want. Just highlight, you can bold it, change the size, take your pick. You can change the font color if you want. It's really pretty straightforward. If I want to make changes to everything, all I have to do is highlight, and then I can change, for example, the border weight for everything so it looks really nice. Change the different colors. You get the idea. Text can be formatted like any other Google Doc. If I have a visual that I've created that I want for my website, my blog, or to share with students, all I have to do is go up to File, choose Download, and I recommend PNG because they are higher resolution files. You'll get a pop-up box where you can change the title, choose where it goes, click Save, and now you've got a PNG image of your, in this case, infographic. If you want to share the link to the drawing or have people collaborate, simply go up to Share, click the blue button, change your permission settings, and you can just simply tap Copy Link. If you're looking for collaboration, type in the name of the person or paste the email address, choose their role, and click Send. Thanks for watching the video. If you're a student or a teacher in subjects like history, geography, government, economics, check out some of the other videos. The mission of this channel is to help students build skills and teachers build their toolkit. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the web at socialstudiessamurai.com. Hope to see you again.